up except Charles. Charles has been the lone ranger out there doing the whole thing for his team.
Make it 64-46. So far, the Bulls have run into a buzzsaw.
Good help by Hawk. The Sixers are defending, Ken. This is tough defense.
Pippen breaks it down. Nice pass inside, and the follow-up is missed in there.
Here comes Charles.
Jeff Sanders the miss. Oh, my nerves. We've seen it all. Hawkins. Whoa! For two. That was the only thing you could find fault with. It wasn't a three, and now a 20-second by the Bulls.
Bill Jackson has to find some way to take this momentum away from the Sixers, but I don't know what it is. They got a 22-point advantage, and they've been near perfect at both ends of the floor.
7 out of 8, I beg your pardon, for Hersey Hawkins. 66-46, 2:03 to go in the half. Now all we need is for Rick Mahorn to come back with a clean bill of health.
John Dawkins getting the ball to Hersey, and he nails it. The Sixers are playing so well together. The ball movement on offense, the cut, the screens that are being set, and the tenacious defense is a great combination. Look at Mike Gminski jump out.
Jumping in and going up is King, and he's fouled. Derek Smith commits the foul, number 2 on him. And here comes Hawkins to the bench of Barkley. I thought they might go in and get Barkley, but he's going to stay on, it looks like, for the whole first half.
Well, for a minute 53, you might as well leave Charles out there. He's going to have 15 minutes to rest between halves, and another minute 53 really would make a lot of difference. See, not having Mahorn alters Jim Lynam's normal rotation pattern. And Charles has to play both big and small forward positions.
1:45 left here in the first half.
John Dawkins wants a two-man play with Gminski.
Gminski over King, and the rebound, Charles Barkley. How many is that? 14. Whew.
Chicago has rotated back from the double team. Now they have a straight matchup.
Derek Smith on the floor and in the air. Barkley nearly grabbed that one. Here's King, a little bit out of control.
There's another break for the Sixers. Great look.
And a great dish in by Mike Gminski, 10 points for him.
A look-away pass by John Dawkins. Found Mike by himself under the basket.
Under a minute here in the first half.
Two-man play. Nice double by the Sixers.
King again. Goes right-handed. That's not his natural hand, and he looks pretty good doing that.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one, Jim. We commented the last time they were here, he looked a little bit like Wayman Tisdale, but he's a tougher, more aggressive player than Wayman.
At 11 points so far.
Sixers sliding cutters through there, but Charles has him by himself.
Time to shoot. Anderson.
That's what we were saying at the top of the game, Jim. The Sixers are so tough on double teams.
Look at that scoreboard. It says 70-49.
Michael Jordan's going to go at it one time against Derek Smith. The Sixers will send somebody at him.
Paxson thinks about it, now goes to King. Good look in there. They made great use of the clock. Sixers have 4 seconds. Now the Bulls have 3 seconds. And what a first half of basketball, as good as you've seen in a long time. The Sixers 70, the Bulls 51.
Well, you just saw Phil Jackson stop and say something to Jack Madden, and then as Phil started to walk by, Jack hooked him and brought him back for some other conversation. I don't know what it was, but I think Jack was not happy with what Phil said.
Stay tuned. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Jack and I, and lots more.
All 6'8". Bulls forward Scottie Pippen would fit right into Riley's mix, a good all-around basketball player, an excellent athlete, and one who doesn't mind playing in the shadow of, you-know-who.
No, not at all. No. You know, I'm just trying to, be consistent a little more this year than I have been in the past. And, the tension doesn't really bother me. I think after a while, once the team start being more successful, that'll, cover for everything.
What does playing with Mike do for you as a player?
Well, you will learn a lot from playing with a guy like that. We're basically about the same, I guess, type of guy, tall, slim guy, and, you learn. I watch a lot of what Michael do out on the court, and I try to pick up things.
Are you surprised at your own success?
No, I'm not. I still feel I've got a long way to go. I'm not surprised at all. I just happy, that I've been able to come back from the back surgery that I had and been able to play a full season. And, so far things going well for me. So, I'm not surprised by myself. I still feel that I can be better than what I am.
Scottie Pippen of the Bulls. Well, about a week and a half ago, the NBA beat ventured to New York's Madison Square Garden, and there he was. MJJ was neatly monogrammed on his shirt. He was there sitting back, holding court before taking the court, ready and willing to talk about his present and his future.
There are no more worlds for Michael Jordan to conquer. He has won 3 consecutive scoring titles, a Most Valuable Player award, and Defensive Player of the Year honors. He holds the record for most points in a playoff game, and he and Wilt Chamberlain are the only players to score 3,000 points in a season.
Another jump shot, another 2 points. He has 38, and he has taken this game over.
His dominance extends off the court as well. His Nike sneaker commercials changed the face of advertising for professional athletes. His wholesome, charismatic personality has elevated him beyond mere basketball player. He is a pop icon, a fragment of the national consciousness.
Here's Jordan in the open court. Dumars is with him, the pull-up and the basket. This guy is incredible.
Jordan's exploits in the 1989 playoffs left us in awe. By the time he was done with the Cavaliers, all of Cleveland was ready to jump into Lake Erie.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go, puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago.
And when it came time to face New York, Michael Jordan proved that he could make them from anywhere.
3 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan.
Only the Detroit Pistons were able to apply the brakes, but not before undergoing a realignment. Meantime, the Jordan model never ran out of gas.
And 9 on the shot clock. Jordan pumps and scores. How did he do that?
It wasn't enough to beat Detroit, but last year's playoff success set the stage for this year.
I think we've got off to a great start. The starters have really gelled together and played well. We were really trying to get, guys on the bench to come out and have that same type of effort and dedication. We feel that's going to be more effective in the latter part of the year. But, I think we've really carried over from last year and done a heck of a job in playing this year.
Mike, your three-point shooting, is that something you worked on in the offseason?
Yeah, more or less in training camp, because that's how teams started to play me. The shot was available. I was still searching, trying to find my shots within Phil Jackson's offense. And, it took some time to adjust to, but I saw that the three-point shot would be available, and I started taking it a lot more, trying to catch the defense off balance, and that was what they were giving me. And I feel that if I can make that an effective shot, then they're going to have to come out and play me, and that opens up my driving game. And so it gives me more weapons to work with.
Tell me about life under Phil Jackson.
It's been fun. We've been very successful. He's been very relaxed and patient with this young team, and he's tried to let us determine our offensive abilities. Everybody's got an opportunity to shoot the basketball, and he's been making it an even keel type of offense, and everybody's been responding very well to it, which really relates on his personalities and his respect that the players have for him and he has for them.
Is there a different atmosphere this year in the locker room?
Yeah, it's a very relaxed attitude, as you can see. I mean, guys seem very relaxed, less pressured. Although we still are expected to do our jobs respectively, and he kind of get us to relax and go out and just make it fun instead of make it work.
What's left for you?
Well, division titles and the world championship are the two goals that I'm facing right now. Individually, I've done everything possible. All I can do is repeat. If so, then that's great. And I think to do that, you still got to be a winning basketball team. And I really feel that that's going to be my main emphasis right now is to try to make this team as best as possible and win some team success.
Is this a team that can win the championship? Do you have the makings for a championship team here, or do you need some additional parts?
Yeah, I think we do. By a long shot, I think we really have a good enough team to win a world championship. But anytime that you can better your position and better your team, then you're certainly going to try to do that. And I think in the draft we did better our team. It's just that we got young players who's going to take some time to develop.
How do you keep it all in perspective, Mike? Your success, seeing yourself on billboards, on magazine covers, and the newspapers every day.
Well, it takes some adjustment to deal with the situation. I think during my 5 or 6 years, I have adjusted to accept the situation, didn't know how to deal with it. I've always had escapes and people around me that really support me very well, being my family. Now that I'm married, my wife and my baby, and my friends are very supportive of me, and it really helps out.
You like the family life?
Yeah, it was a good step for me. I really think it was something that I was ready for, and it gives me some sense of stability and foundation in my life, and that really helps a lot when you're facing certain situations that I have to face.
Just catching up with Mike. The only way you can catch up with Mike off the court.
Charles did sit out 3 minutes. He did darn much we missed it. Seemed like he was playing the whole game.
It really did. This is single coverage. They're going to let Charles see what he can do by himself, and he answers them right away.
Well, that'll really get him spinning. 72-51, but look out. The Bulls have got a couple of big-time runs in them, and you can expect to see them. You're going to be 22 behind. It's great to have a Michael Jordan on your team. There he goes. Michael Jordan. He's got 19.
Michael is a competitor who will not let this game die easily.
Charles taking it in now, even closer. Ron Anderson pops it loose. Pippen looked for somebody running. That's what the Bulls did a lot of in the first quarter of this game. Cartwright is posted low. Pippen has the ball, but goes to Jordan. Horace Grant, I'm sorry. And Grant now brings it to 72-55.
The Sixers do not want to get into a position where they're just trading field goals. We got a two-man play now with Dawkins.
Well, that was the first half that you hated to see end. The Sixers had it going all so well. Kaminsky nearly swiped the ball loose for a rebound. Pippen now.
Nice defense by Ron Anderson to keep Pippen out of the basket area.
And Jordan from the corner, 6 in a row by the Bulls. Sixers will run a play here for Hawkins. Could not shake him free. Cartwright all over Kaminsky that time. Jordan reaches in too, but I think they're going to get Cartwright.
Yeah, Bill had two hands on Mike's back. Anytime a referee sees two hands on the offensive player, they're going to call it. Especially the post guy. You could do almost anything else to the post guy, but you can't put two hands on it.
We'll fill you in on Rick Mahorn as soon as we get more word. Rick, of course, went to the hospital, nearby Methodist Hospital, for x-rays as Johnny Dawkins nails one.
Bulls still trying to run out of there and get the Sixers napping on the fast break, but they're not having a lot of success with it.
Grant turns around and makes good. 8 points for Grant. He's gotten good low post play from Grant and Casey King to supplement Jordan and Pippen.
Oh, nice play by Charles Barkley.
And the fake.
Oh.
He actually shot that one coming down. What
There goes
yeah. Grant tried to beat Barkley down.
He got the ball in good position, too.